Let's go back to 2014. When you look back, what is the thing you remember the most about the run-up to the draft?
It was a really fun year, obviously a stressful year with the lead up to, such a big moment like that.
Being a kid and just excited to be there, really.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go through it for it. I mean, you're never going to go through it again. It goes by quick, and you try and enjoy it as much as you can.
Come on, you're over halfway.
Push it, Sam.
Keep
Let's
it up.
go.
Work hard, work hard.
Push it, Sam. Let's go.
What do you remember about your combine interviews? What was the weirdest question you got asked by any team?
Well, first, I think the weirdest, you go into some rooms, there's 2 guys you're talking to. You go into other rooms, there's chairs behind you, 6 chairs behind you. They're just trying to throw you off, and it's more just funny.
You'd have guys like sitting behind you, surrounding you in the room. A couple teams asked me, which GMs, like if I knew who they were. I didn't know a couple of them, so I was kind of embarrassed to tell them no.
I think it was Florida that had a few kind of questions that I don't know if it was meant to stump you, but just they wanted to hear your response.
What animal do you think you would be? I mean, how do you answer that?
You wonder as to what they're trying to get out of you.
Definitely a little nerve-wracking going in there.
You got a bunch of 17-year-old kids trying to answer what they think the team wants to hear.
Which one did you pick?
Funny. I have no idea. Hopefully not a sloth.
I hope you said Panther.
Exactly, yeah.
Good evening, Philadelphia. The first selection of the 2014 National Hockey League Draft belongs to the Florida Panthers.
Did you have any teams that you said, this team is really interested in me?
I probably met with over 20 teams. I actually met with Florida the day before the draft, which was like a last-second thing, and they seemed to like me. I thought there might be a chance.
Florida, you're meeting with them, before the morning of the draft. I remember driving to the hotel to meet them.
I didn't know a lot about Reinhart. He walks, with a confidence to him, right? He was coming out of the Florida room with Gerard Gallant and Dale Talon, and I was going in. So, I mean, it wasn't, I don't think any of us really knew at all.
I actually had a couple teams that told me they would pick me.
Who told you they were definitely picking you if you were there?
It was teams that were much later in the draft, so
yeah,
they weren't spoiling anything. So unless I slipped down to like 15.
Did you think that there was a team that was going to take you? Like every kid thinks that there's someone who likes them more than others.
I always thought it was Buffalo for whatever reason.
I was pretty certain that it was going in the top 4. Just didn't know the order.
Did you always know you'd be the number one?
No, I mean, you don't know.
The Florida Panthers proudly select for the first pick overall in the 2014 NHL Draft, Aaron Ekblad.
What was that feeling like?
Yeah, relief that it's finally done, and it's an accomplishment. It's something to look back on and be happy about.
The Buffalo Sabres select Sam Reinhart.
It's awesome. I had a couple buddies that flew down for it as well that were in the stands somewhere and celebrating. Like I said, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
With the 4th pick, the Calgary Flames are proud to select Sam Bennett.
As a kid, you watch the draft growing up, and to actually hear your name called and give your family a hug and then go up and shake Gary's hand, definitely a really special time.
Let's get into the trade talk. We'll start with the Calgary Flames. Sam Bennett on his way to Florida.
The Panthers continuing to wheel and deal, this time getting Sam Reinhart from the Sabres.
So now you're here, you join Sam and you join Aaron. Do you guys ever kind of laugh about that, about how you guys all were 3 of the top 4 picks of that draft and now you're all on the same team?
For sure. It's pretty cool that we can say that.
When it first happened, it was kind of crazy. Is it unheard of? I don't know, right? Has it ever happened before?
I don't remember it ever happening.
Definitely pretty rare to have 3 guys from the same draft all on one team.
We all know the 3rd overall pick was a bust that year.
The Edmonton Oilers select Leon Draisaitl.
We always joke about that.
Bennett with the puck. Bennett, cross ice. Kachuk scores!
Incredible passing play.
Yeah, Bennett with a nice pass across. Reinhart with a perfect feed.
So who's aged the best of the 3 of you?
Definitely not me. I have the least amount of hair, that's for sure. Rhino and Ekblad still look the same. Rhino still can't grow a full beard, so if he shaves it off, he probably looks the same as draft day.
Here comes Bennett. Nice move at the line. In the middle, Verhaeghe scores! And the Panthers have won their first ever Stanley Cup final game.
This is everything you ever wanted, everything any player ever wants. What's it mean to you?
You work so hard your whole life is for an opportunity like this. To finally get to this moment and be this close is definitely a moment that I'm not going to take for granted.